Geneva Tower, this is TWA 581.
A51, runway in use 5, you are cleared to land.
Geneva Tower, roger, clear to land 05.
On January 14th, 1965, a control data 6600 computer arrived at CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research. Located near Geneva, Switzerland, this unique organization is the cooperative effort of 13 European member states: Austria, Belgium, Denmark, the Federal Republic of Germany, France, Greece, Italy, the Netherlands, Norway, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom. But many other nations may take part, since the primary purpose of CERN is the pursuit of new knowledge, pure research into the structure of matter. Because of this, there are no secrets at CERN, no attempt to put this knowledge to military or civilian use. As of June 1965, there were nearly 2,500 people involved in this search. Some 1,700 were on the permanent staff, distributed in 11 operating divisions at work on experimental and theoretical nuclear physics, data handling, equipment research, and general administration. CERN is located on 100 acres of Swiss land. Most experimental activity is centered around the proton synchrotron, which looks like a gigantic wheel buried in the soil. Almost 2/3 of a kilometer in circumference, it is used to rush protons, the nuclei of hydrogen atoms, on a circular path until their speed reaches almost that of light, about 300,000 kilometers per second, and their energy builds to, at most, 28,000 million electron volts. The entire process begins here, in a hydrogen ion source, where after separation of the electrons, protons are accelerated gradually to an energy of 500,000 electron volts. Fed into a linear accelerator, their energy is boosted to 50 million electron volts before they are injected into the proton synchrotron accelerator ring. "100 immense magnets will hold them to an orbital path with only a few millimeters variance, utilizing a magnetic field that is 15,000 times greater than that of the Earth. In about 1 second, this accelerator rushes the protons on a journey equivalent to 3/4 of the distance from Earth to Moon. The protons, now 28 times their original mass at most, are thrown onto a target, a small metal finger. The impact with the nuclei of the target atoms shatters them into fragments, creating new short-lived particles, the probes used for exploring the constitution of matter. In the course of this exploration, still more particles are formed, some with lifetimes as short as a millionth of a millionth of a billionth of a second. Since none of these particles are visible, they must be detected and recorded before their properties can be studied.
Attention please, there is beam in the M4A area. Attention s'il vous plaît, il y a le faisceau dans la zone M4A.
One method of detecting and recording the existence of these particles is the bubble chamber. In this bubble chamber, the trail of vapor bubbles grow along the ionization path of the protons or other particles as they move through liquid hydrogen. Photographs of these trails can be taken at the rate of 100,000 per week. Another detector recorder is the spark chamber, consisting of a series of thin metal plates surrounded by air, neon, or argon. When an event occurs which is to be recorded, a high-voltage pulse is sent to alternate metal plates, and a trail of sparks appears along the ionization path left by the charged particle. Photographs produced by this method offer less detail to study than those produced in bubble chambers. However, they offer greater selectivity in that they can be sensitized by logic circuits operating in billionths of a second to record or not record an interreaction. Sonic spark chambers utilize microphones placed around the edges of metal plates to deduce the position of sparks from the time intervals between their occurrence and the detection of their sound. Arrays of such devices may, for example, be connected directly to a computer through appropriate electronic circuitry, thus eliminating the need for film records. However, the most common record at the present time is the film, and 2 to 3 million pictures are produced each year at CERN. Each one contains an amazing amount of information, and the role a large computer now plays becomes essential. But information from the photographs must be translated into a language that the computer understands. Three major systems do the translating. The first device is called YEP. The YEP operator measures the significant tracks and thereby controls the translation of information onto paper tape prior to its being sent to the central computer. The second and most up-to-date is the half-Powell digitizer, or HPD. After an operator at a Milady digitizer projector has recorded the significant observations from frames of film on punched cards, the film is taken to the HPD. Inserted in this machine, the observations are automatically translated and communicated directly to the computer. Of the two, the YEP and the HPD reduces human intervention, thereby increasing speed. The third device, Luciole, provides fully automatic measurements of spark chamber film, which can be read into the computer and analyzed without the need for any pilot measurements, by generating a cathode ray tube spot that performs the digital translation and greatly increases speed and flexibility of analysis. The next stage in the processing of the measurements is a computer system. It should be a fast, time-sharing system capable of accepting information from a wide variety of sources simultaneously. That's why the control data 6600 is at CERN. This computer embodies 12 data channels, 10 peripheral processors, a large central memory, and a fast central processor. Because of the great amount of information obtained and the widely varying speeds of the measuring equipment involved, the computer system must utilize special peripheral devices organized for extreme efficiency in the handling of information. Disks are used as a buffering mechanism, a storage location for information coming in from equipment such as the card reader or going out to line printers, which are too slow to keep up with a high-speed computer. Multiplexers ensure the orderly flow of information from slow peripherals through a single high-speed data channel. Devices such as the HPD are connected directly to a 6600 data channel through a data channel adapter, or DCA. A DCA is also used for direct communication with online experiments through a data link. Tape transports are also used for input and output of information from the thousands of measurements and online recordings. Operating controls are also needed, in addition to more tape transports. As well as card readers for some 500 Fortran problems run per day. When all are working together as fast and efficiently as possible, theoreticians, experimentalists, programmers, and equipment operators will be receiving the data they need simultaneously. Remembering the structure of the CERN organization, the number of people involved, the online experiments that run 24 hours a day, the amount of information to be analyzed from 2 or 3 million photographs a year, you can readily see that this job of keeping information on a free-flowing basis is a massive undertaking. The control data 6600 at CERN is the world's most powerful computer, a fast, time-sharing system, the only one available with the storage capacity, super speed, computational capability, and storage protection necessary to the successful handling of data for this type of research. It is one of the 3 computer systems in Control Data's 6000 series. The other 2 are the 6400, a smaller version of the 6600, and the 6800, which will be 4 times faster than the 6600. Because of its unique organization, the 6600 can accept information simultaneously from a wide variety of sources. It is a combination of an extremely high-speed central processor and 10 peripheral processors that work together as a single system. Information entering the data channels is controlled by and passed into the peripheral processors, two of which are used by the CIPROS control system. These perform housekeeping chores to keep the central processor free to perform arithmetic calculations only. The central memory has 131,000 60-bit words of very fast access storage. The arithmetic section of the central processor is divided in 10 parts and is designed for concurrent or parallel operation. This means that 10 arithmetic operations can be performed at the same time at speeds approximating 3 million operations per second. Each of the 10 peripheral processors also has computational capability with its own storage capacity of 4,000 12-bit words. Once calculations have been performed, information may be sent remotely to paper tape punches, consoles, typewriters or plotters via teletype, data link or data phone, or output directly to online printers. The information may also be stored on magnetic tape and punched cards. From start to finish, from the reading of information into the computer and the reading out of the results, the time lapse can be only a fraction of a second. The inner workings of the 6600 are viewed through these two cathode ray tubes. They display the flow of information through the system, the information stored in it, and the necessary data an operator needs in order to keep an eye on the overall operation. The operator can interrupt, stop, or call for any phase of the operation he wants by using a 50-key typewriter located on the console, and that's all. This simplicity of operation is not available today in any other system. Another reason why the Control Data 6600 is at CERN, providing the kind of service this organization needs to speed its inquiry into the fundamental structure of matter, processing data on millions of nuclear particles per year.